Line. Result of the play, first down and 10.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
At their own 25-yard line.
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And it brings up 3rd down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So many different weapons available in that Patriot backfield. Here's 1st and 10. Now he'll throw with Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Brady gives to Michel. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmonds out of Virginia Tech. 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make plays.
His brother Terrell also taken in the first round. First set of brothers taken in the first round of the same draft in NFL history. On second and 11 now. Brady. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, first down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Here we go. 380 hit. 49.
Shotgun now for Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Michelle on an island by himself in the backfield, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Working from the gun, it's Brady. Has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6. To their lead. Gostkowski for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
14, Bills 3.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Crunch. 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 Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Monday.
Here's Allen to throw it. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
49-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Regular. Shit. Check safety. Check out. General West. Half 10. Check hot route. Hot. Shoot.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw, it's Allen. Pass incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 16.
We want it. Come to my work.
They start the drive with White. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. John Simon in on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
At the Patriots' 42-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. A 2-yard gain.
J.C. Collins makes the tackle. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Pull together.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
You can't stop me.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Wait, 20! Hey, we gotta get this stop here, King.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. First down, here's White. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just boom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They stay on the ground with White. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Brady. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this is still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Allen now looks to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again. As his nightmare afternoon continues.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard line.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down.
Don't let him breathe. Play outside D. Don't let him breathe, defense. Watch the safety creep.
Here's Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And the grab by Croft. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now on second down, this is Gore.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got it. Hey, Alpha. 53 to Mike.
From the gun, Allen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Allen's throw into the hands of Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They go with White on the counter. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michelle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Brady gives this to Wright. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, can take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Check 19! Five wide. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
They'll look to throw. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. And now down to 14 as he spikes it to stop the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Hauschka's kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Wait, 20! Mike, 49. Check back.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Buffalo, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.